Professor Monty here from ProfessorMontyEnglish.com, and today we are going to talk about so and such, and so that, and such that. Let's focus on so and such though first. And really, why are we using these words, so and such? Well, we really use them just to add that oomph. That's the best way I can describe it. It's to add that oomph, that emphasis, right? We want to add emphasis. So I can say, for example, you speak English so well. You speak English so well. So let's focus on so first. You speak English so well. What is this so doing? What do you think? Well, it's adding some oomph to the well. Okay? It's adding some oomph, some emphasis. That's going to be the word of the day, guys. Oomph. So I could say you speak, or he speaks English. Right? He speaks English, that's a fact. If I want to describe the way he speaks English, okay, I can say he speaks English well, right? He speaks English well. So he speaks English, that's a fact, or he speaks English well. But if I want to go above and beyond that, I'm going to want to say he speaks English so well, okay? So well. And you may hear people repeat the so to give more and more oomph. He speaks English so well, okay? But let's focus on just one so for today. So he speaks English so well. So here we have the well. Well is describing the speaks, right? So that's an adverb, right? We're describing the verb. And that so is adding that oomph to it. Okay? We can also use so with adjectives. Okay? So I can say, your accent is wonderful. Your accent is wonderful. So it's very good. Your accent is wonderful. Or I can say, your accent is so wonderful. Your accent is so wonderful. Okay, so again, here the wonderful, it's not describing a verb like speaks, like he speaks well. It's describing, right, the accent. You have a wonderful accent. Your accent is wonderful. I can say, to give more oomph, your accent is so wonderful. Okay, so we're describing a noun. Adjectives, that wonderful describes the noun, which is accent. Such, on the other hand, is used with these noun phrases, okay? So what are noun phrases? Let's take an example here. So, for example, you have such a wonderful accent. You have such a wonderful accent. Here I'm describing at the end of the sentence there that accent, okay? And I want to give oomph to that accent. So yes, I can say you have a wonderful accent, and to give even more oomph, I can say you have such a wonderful accent. Okay, so instead of saying you have a wonderful accent, I can give even more oomph and put such before a. That's for singular countable nouns, okay, like accent. But, if for example, if we have the adjective that starts with a vowel, like you have such an interesting teacher, we need that an, right? Because before a vowel, like interesting, I, okay, you need an. You have such an interesting teacher. Okay, try saying that. Note, guys, the flow. Okay, it's not such an interesting. No, it's all linked together, right? Because when you have a consonant sound at the end of one word, like in such, ch, ch, then a vowel at the beginning of the next word, like and then a vowel again, consonant at the end of an, n, and then vowel again, I, interesting. The stress goes between, so such an interesting, okay? So you have such an interesting teacher. So that's for vowel, singular countable nouns, right guys? But if you have a plural, you don't say or an, right? I can say you have amazing students. You have amazing students. Or I can say you have such amazing students. So I just add such before that amazing, okay? Before that adjective, I can say you have such amazing students, because students is plural. It may seem a bit tricky now, guys, but I promise when you do the exercises after this video on my website, ProfessorMontyEnglish.com, if you're already doing the course and you're there, thank you so much for being here. I swear, I promise you, this is the right place to be to learn. So, guys, that's how it works with so and such. If you do have an uncountable, again, just use such, okay? Uncountable noun. So, for example, this is such nonsense. So you can't count nonsense on your fingers, right? So you're not going to use this is such a nonsense, this is such, and no. Just this is such nonsense. I can say this is nonsense. But if I want to add oomph, I can say this is such nonsense. Not this is so nonsense. No, this is such nonsense. Okay? So I promise you with the exercises, it will get easier. Now let's take a look at so that and such that. So these sentences, I think they're really, really cool. Let's take a look first at this such that. Such that we can use, right, in this sort of formula. Peter is such a good speaker that he was made captain of the debate team. So we have here, right, because Peter was such a good speaker, because he was a good speaker, he was made captain. Okay, so that's because of this happened. Because he was a good speaker, he was made captain. Okay, so we're trying to describe this reason why something happened and show that because of this fact, then this happened. Okay, what was the result of that? Okay, what was the result of him being a good speaker? So your formula here is such plus a plus adjective plus singular noun plus that. So you have such, good's your adjective, speaker is your singular noun, that. Okay, so the that really shows us because of this, then this was the result. That is super, okay, that is super important. Now, the second one with such adjective plural noun, it's the same idea, okay, just a different, you're just trying to describe something different, right? You're saying that Peter writes such outstanding essays, right? Your outstanding is your adjective, plural noun essays, that he was able to skip a grade. So because of his outstanding writing abilities, he was able to go on to the next grade, all right? And you're saying they're so good that this happened. So you're really trying to emphasize, once again, oomph, you're trying to emphasize that they're so good that this was the result. Okay, or the first one, he's such a good speaker, and you're trying to explain, give, some proof to that. So you're saying that he was made captain of the debate team, right? So you're giving some proof there. The so that, right, these next two examples here, different formulas, same idea, right? So he inspired so many students that he was given Teacher of the Year. So the same idea, okay? He inspired so many students, and because of that, he was given Teacher of the Year, okay? So he inspired so many students that he was given Teacher of the Year. Or there was so much damage done to the house that they decided to tear it down, okay? So we're saying because of this, then this happened. You see the formula there, guys. They're very interesting to sort of look at, okay? And you'll be able to practice some of that in the exercise in the next section. And finally, so, adjective, that. They were so stupid that they failed the test, or they were so tired that they fell asleep within minutes, okay? So, adjective, you're tired, that, okay? You see all of these sentences have that, and that, and that. The that really connects the two ideas, okay? That's your connecting word there. So quite interesting, right, guys? Anyway, remember, guys, so and such, they add emphasis to our sentences, such that, so that. We're trying to give proof, show reason, blah, blah, blah. All right, so go on now, practice this, guys. It's really good to know, and it's really common in English to use so and such, okay? So yeah, go ahead and practice that. Also, last thing, don't get confused. So can also mean therefore, right? So for example, I had a lot of work to do, so I had to go home early. Okay, that's an example with so. It's not like an emphasis word like in this video. Anyway, focus on this, so and such in the exercise. Please, guys, check out my website, ProfessorMontyEnglish.com, if you're not already there. If you're there, go on to the next section of the course and do your exercise. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. God bless you.